It is 11 o'clock on a Tuesday night, and you are staring at your phone in the dark, desperately wondering what is fundamentally wrong with you because your current revenue looks like a heart rate monitor during a horror movie. If you are exhausted from treating your marketing like an unpaid second job you secretly hate just to get absolute silence in return, keep watching, because the problem isn't your discipline, it isn't your consistency, and it absolutely isn't you. It is an invisible architecture problem, and I'm going to prove it right now. Hi, I'm Vicky Sidler, and I build failure-proof marketing systems for a living. And here is the brutal truth about the feast or famine roller coaster. Having one great month followed by 6 terrifying weeks of total silence is not just bad luck. You're doing all the things. You're posting on Instagram. You're going to networking events. You have a dusty lead magnet you built 18 months ago and haven't touched since. And despite all of that panicked effort, none of it adds up to a steady pipeline. That is because a giant pile of independent, random tactics is not a system. Each one works a little bit, some of the time, and for completely random reasons that you can never explain or repeat. And that inability to repeat your success isn't a character flaw. It is a massive engineering problem, which raises the question of just how common this actually is. And the data on that is almost offensively validating. So the thing that makes the small business data so deeply uncomfortable isn't that it's alarming. It's that it is so completely ordinary. Close to 2/3 of small businesses are operating with absolutely no documented marketing plan. They don't have a bad plan. They have no plan, relying entirely on a rotating cast of tactics chosen by whatever felt incredibly urgent that week. Research shows that businesses without a clear strategy lose a massive chunk of their budget to activities that don't connect to any actual results, meaning that they are quite literally paying to generate motion instead of money. You absolutely cannot out-hustle a missing foundation. And every founder who has tried has simply discovered a much more exhausting way to stay in the exact same place. This is an architecture problem, and you do not fix a broken foundation by working harder on the walls. Now, understanding what is broken is one thing, but understanding why smart, capable people keep ending up here is the part that actually changes your business. And if you want to know exactly where your architecture is breaking down right now, I built something for you. Pause this video and take the failure-proof marketing test. It takes a few minutes and will show you exactly what is broken. You can grab the link in the description below or at strategicmarketingtribe.com/test. Now, inconsistency is not a failure of your willpower. It is exactly what happens when a human being is asked to be perfectly consistent inside a structure that simply doesn't exist. People constantly look at my life and assume I am some kind of terrifying, unstoppable willpower machine. I was the least sporty kid on the planet, and yet I have exercised every single day for decades. Recently, I was diagnosed with a genetic liver condition that forced me to violently reduce my toxic load, putting me on a protocol that my boyfriend affectionately calls the diet and lifestyle from hell. People assume that I'm white-knuckling my way through this daily routine through sheer force of personality. But I'm not white-knuckling anything. I have absolutely zero willpower. I simply know how to build a ruthless system. Yes, it was hard in the beginning and there were some false starts. But now it is completely effortless because my system is optimized to make the right choices easier than the wrong ones. I don't wake up every morning and try to magically summon the motivation to eat kale and go to the gym. The system simply carries me when my energy fails. Now, if you are reinventing your marketing every 6 weeks based on good vibes, imaginary algorithm changes, arbitrary AI advice that you got at 3 a.m. when you couldn't sleep, and whatever random webinar you last watched, you are trying to survive on pure willpower. And willpower will always abandon you on a tired Tuesday night. And there is a global example that makes this so obvious, it is almost annoying. Let's look at why fast food always wins. So a 17-year-old on their third shift ever can produce a nearly identical burger in Ohio, Osaka, or Cape Town. And it has absolutely nothing to do with their discipline. It happens because the system does all the heavy lifting. The timing, the process, the layout of the kitchen, all of it is perfectly engineered, so the outcome never depends on any one person's mood, energy, or talent on that specific day. Yet, absolutely nobody watches a fast food worker and thinks, wow, what incredible personal discipline. No, they think, that's how it works here. Now, if this breakdown is actually helping you see your business more clearly, then hit subscribe. This channel is exactly where service-based founders learn to stop improvising and start running a real client acquisition system. Now, the goal isn't to turn your business into a fast food chain. The goal is to stop requiring a version of yourself that is operating at absolute peak performance just to get a predictable result. A working system makes the mediocre, exhausted Monday version of you nearly as efficient as the highly inspired Friday version. But what exactly does this look like when it is built for a real business? Well, the fix for feast or famine almost never involves doing more work. And the founders who finally discover that usually feel simultaneously relieved and slightly robbed of the suffering they thought was required. At my agency, Strategic Marketing Tribe, we had a boutique design client with a gorgeous portfolio and a bank balance that made her want to cry. She had great months out of nowhere, followed by total panic posting on Instagram and awkward messages to old clients asking if they knew anyone. Now, before you roll your eyes and tell me that building a strict system will destroy your creative freedom, let me stop you right there. This founder wasn't bad at marketing. She was just doing marketing without my failure-proof marketing system. And the fix wasn't 12 new tactics. It was one clear niche, one lead magnet that actually answered her clients' exact questions, and an undeniably human nurture sequence that kept past clients warm automatically. A real system has 5 parts: a clear offer, a sharp website message, a lead generator, a nurture engine that's free of automated AI slop, and finally, traffic. Now notice what's not on that list. Post more, try harder, or be a more disciplined person through sheer force of personality. Feast or famine is not a sign that you are simply not built for business. It is a sign that your system has a specific weak point. Months where you are confident, followed by months where you are literally Googling your own industry to see if it still exists. None of that is a you problem. It is a structure problem. And that difference is massive because structure problems have easy solutions, whereas character flaws require a complete personality transplant, which, as far as I know, is not yet available. Now, you do not need to post more, you do not need to grind harder, and you definitely do not need to become a different person. You just need to find out which part of your system is actually broken. But now you're probably wondering exactly where to start fixing it. So click the video on the screen and I'll show you what to fix first and why the order you do it in matters more than you realize. Thanks for watching and I'll see you there.